Welcome to Where Black Letter Law Meets Courtroom Reality. Today, we'll step into the federal courthouse and walk through landmark rules that shape every civil lawsuit filed in the United States. Each concept will unfold with a vivid courtroom backdrop and the real case law that gave it meaning. Rule 1 is the mission statement of civil justice. It sounds noble, and it is, but in practice, it often becomes the measuring stick for judicial discretion, a judge weighing whether to extend a filing deadline or sanction a party for delaying discovery must balance fairness with efficiency. Rule 1 empowers judges to cut through gamesmanship and remind both sides. Justice should not drown in paperwork. 371 U.S. 178, 1962. The court reversed a denial of leave to amend a complaint, emphasizing liberal amendment policies. Unless there's bad faith or undue delay. Rule 1 guided the court's belief procedure should serve the merits, not stifle them. Rule 11 is the line in the sand. Every time a lawyer signs a pleading, they're certifying it's legally valid and factually grounded, or face the court's wrath, used to deter baseless lawsuits and bad faith litigation tactics. Rule 11 allows sanctions. Sanctions can include fines, orders to pay the other party's fees, or even disciplinary referrals. 501 U.S. 32, 1991. Though the court upheld sanctions based on inherent powers, illustrates the spirit of Rule 11. The plaintiff's conduct, including deceit, delaying tactics, and document tampering, justified severe sanctions. The court affirmed the integrity of the system comes before strategy. Rule 26 governs the scope of discovery, what you must share, what you may withhold, and how far the search for truth can go. Parties must disclose relevant information, even if it hurts their case. But there are limits. Privileged communications and the work product doctrine can shield some materials. Hickman versus Taylor, 329 U.S. 495, 1947. After a tugboat accident, a plaintiff demanded attorney interviews with survivors. The defense refused. The Supreme Court sided with the defense, establishing the work product doctrine. Attorneys' mental impressions and legal strategy aren't discoverable. This ruling carved a protective boundary within Rule 26. Rule 23 turns individual claims into collective power. Class actions can challenge corporate discrimination, faulty products, or systemic abuse, but only if the group's claims share key facts and legal questions. Courts must certify a class by proving commonality, adequacy, typicality, and numerosity. One flaw and the class collapses. Walmart versus Dukes, 564, U.S. 338, 2011. The largest civil rights class action in U.S. history, over 1.5 million women. SCOTUS denied certification. Why? The court said plaintiffs lacked commonality. The decision raised the bar for what qualifies as a class, especially for employment and discrimination claims. Rule 56 allows the court to skip trial if there's no genuine dispute of material fact. Summary judgment is a critical filter and often a case killer. If discovery ends and one party has no real proof, Rule 56 lets the court rule immediately. But courts must view all facts in the light most favorable to the non-moving party. Celotex Corp. vs. Catret, 477 U.S. 317, 1986. A widow sued for wrongful death from asbestos exposure. The defendant claimed no proof of exposure and won at summary judgment. SCOTUS said it's enough to point out a lack of evidence. The burden then shifts. Celotex made clear, Rule 56 isn't about who talks louder, but who has real proof. Behind every rule is a real case, a real life, a real outcome. The federal rules of civil procedure aren't just guidelines. They're the architecture of American justice. Master them, and you master the language of the courtroom.